time.
Fifth year in the program as Okwukei takes it inside and Vigil racks him across the arm. And Okwukei will go back to line to shoot 2 free throws. Coach, one thing I noticed when these two teams played last time, or the last 2 times, San Francisco State a plus 15 advantage from the free throw line.
They really pound you, though. They pound you with the dribble penetration. They're not overly big, but they get into the paint, they get to the basket, they pass the ball well, and they put a lot of pressure around the rim.
So 2 fouls already on the Wildcats. First free throw by Okwukei is good. Okwukei, who was chosen second team all CCAA, averaging 12 points, a little over 6 rebounds and 2.5 assists. Against the Wildcats, though, this year, a little struggle, averaging just 6.5 points.
He had a big weekend last weekend.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
To get them to the 3 seed.
Yeah, exactly.
Okwukei makes 1 out of 2, and it's a 2-point lead. Little trap on Murphy, gets it to Daniels. He'll pull up over Bellamy, and he'll get it to go. And Daniels, a guy that has really been playing well for the Wildcats.
Yeah, when he shoots the ball well, it makes it really challenging because he's a good finisher also.
7-7 ball game. 3 minutes in. Okwukei out high. Looking to get Okwukei down on the block, and he will drib it off of Vigil's foot out of bounds. It'll stay San Francisco basketball.
There they are again, putting that pressure in the post with Okwukei, really getting after it.
So our first look at Evan Oliver as he'll check in for Miles Daniels. And, Coach, you've known Evan since maybe before he was even a twinkle in his daddy's eye, right?
Yeah, I've known Evan a long time. Great basketball player, great competitor.
Ball is poked out of bounds. It'll stay Chico State basketball. Those of you who don't know, Coach Trevor coached with Jeff Oliver, which is Evan's dad, for many, many years down at Cal State San Bernardino.
Yeah, it's really great to see Evan on the floor.
So Oliver, who has been a nightmare for San Francisco State, he has played really, really well, is in the game for the first time. Bellamy going to have to shoot one with 3 on the shot clock. He shoots it short, and Hamilton pulls down the rebound for the Wildcats.
Really good defense by Chico right there. Great contest.
Right with the screen. Hamilton doesn't take it. Swings it across to Vigil. His 3-ball left wing. In and out, no good. And the rebound is pulled down by Okwukei.
Oh, they needed that one. That would have been a good start for Vigil.
He has been quiet as of late as well, struggling shooting the basketball. Okwukei now guarded tightly by Murphy. Swinging around. Back cut by Flanagan. Ball's poked away and taken down by Wright. He gets it to Hamilton. The Wildcats look to push. And that'll be an offensive foul called on Hamilton. He can't believe it. That is 2 on the Wildcats junior.
That could be a big blow. I mean, he started off the game really, really hot. He was shooting the ball well. Hopefully he can stay aggressive.
And Uniacke will check in for San Francisco State, replacing Baki. So Bellamy picks up his dribble and finally gets it to Okwukei. And the Gators look to set offensively. Double team coming. Roth now has it out high. He gets it poked away. Some hands of Okwukei, who takes it inside and lays it in off the glass. Boy, he is quick.
Oh, yeah, and he's really good going left. He's right-handed, but he attacks the basket going to his left hand consistently.
Murphy now on the switch. Gets it inside to Wright, who loses the basketball. Kelvin picks it back up, and he has it blocked by Uniacke, and it'll be out of bounds off of Wright, and it'll be Gator basketball. First media timeout of the ball game. 15:25 to go. It's San Francisco State 9 and Chico State 7.
Champions know how to seize opportunities. When they see moments of greatness unfold right before their eyes, they push as hard as they possibly can, and then they push harder. Because the heart of a champion never settles, never quits, and never stops giving its all. We are champions. We are Division II. We go big, we give it everything we've got, and we win. On the field, on our campuses, in our communities, for our causes, in our careers. We rise to become champions in everything we do. We are Division II, and there are no limits here. We make our time count. We set our own path. We become champions on our terms. It's time to up your game, because we're here to play and learn. But most importantly, we're here to discover ourselves, our vision, our heart, our drive, to achieve every goal we aim for. because we want to be champions at the highest level, life. At Division II, the opportunities are here. Are you ready?
San Francisco State, and Flanagan has killed the Wildcats. He's averaging over 20 points a game in his career, shooting nearly 70% from the field.
That's his spot, though. When he gets to 12 to 15, he's really hard to guard. He's a great finisher, good player.
San Francisco State now Murphy cutting, and he tries to get it to Wright, and he throws it in the hands of Flanagan, and the Gators look to push, leading by 4.
That's the 4th turnover that San Francisco State has forced already.
Bellamy misses a 3 from the top of the key, no good, and Wright pulls down the rebound. JoJo Murphy is yet to score. He has struggled against San Francisco State this year. Oliver, who has not in the game, and his shot is blocked by Flanagan. Ball is lost back into the hands of Oliver. He'll take it in and score.
Ooh, good finish. Good finish on contact. I love that.
And they're going to, this is also postseason basketball. They're going to let him play. Not going to see the ticky-tack fouls. Bellamy now as the Gators lead by 2. Screen comes from Okwukei, a little pick and roll. Nothing there. Back out to Okwukei against Wright.
It's physical in the paint. Guys are standing guys up on cuts. They're getting after it.
7 seconds on the shot clock. Screen comes from Maniac. Bellamy takes it all the way in, just throws it wildly up off the glass, no good. And the rebound out to Oliver. He'll take it all the way in, and he will score it, and the foul.
Woo-hoo-hoo!
Evan Oliver taking some contact, using the glass, getting a bucket, and he'll go to the line to try to complete a 3-point play.
That's back-to-back nice finishes by that guy. He's killing it. That's really nice.
Okwukei with his first personal. That is the first foul on San Francisco State. Brendan Wheeler will check in, as does Trey Taylor. And we'll get our first look at Caleb Oden, a 6'5 freshman.
Both those finishes by Oliver were in transition. That means Chico finally forced some turnovers.
And they got a couple of bad shots, let's say, for San Francisco, whether that's late shot clock or just a force. Bellamy got himself caught in the air, just had to throw it up. And when you do that, it allows the team to turn defense into offense. Oliver at the free throw line makes the free throw, and Chico back on top, 12-11. Oliver, a 74% free throw shooter. He's got a quick 5 off the bench. Oden now against that tight man-to-man defense. Now Flanagan to penetrate, guarded by Daniels. His tough step back is going to be an air ball, no good, and it'll go out of bounds. It'll be Chico State basketball.
They defended that really well. I mean, they didn't go for the up and under. They sat down on it, made him hit that one-legged turnaround.
Little full court pressure by the Gators, and Okwukei looked like he pushed. That was Murphy out of bounds, but they said no contact. It'll be Gator basketball.
Yeah, that was a tough one. They picked up, they surprised him with full court pressure. They double-teamed Murphy, accelerated him a little bit there.
And like we said, they're going to let him play.
Yeah.
Bellamy out high, guarded by Murphy. Murphy, the CCAA Freshman of the Year, second team all-conference. Okwukei, second team all-conference. To Oden. Nothing there. And again, San Francisco State having a hard time getting into that offense this possession. Bellamy going to force it, going to lose it back in his hands, and then he banks it in.
Oh, that was a gift right there. But we'll take it. Playoff basketball.
Lands right in your hands.
Yeah. Great finish on the catch.
13-12 Gators. Daniels now pulls it back out to Wheeler. Wheeler, one of the experienced Chico State postseason players. He has seen a lot of these games. Double team comes. They get it back to Wheeler. Daniels goes baseline. Decides not to pull up. Out to Wheeler. His 3-ball top of the key. In and out, no good. And the rebound pulled down by Uniacke.
That's a good shot for him. He can really shoot the ball, and he's streaky. When he's making that, Chico's in good shape.
And Flanagan gets fouled as he penetrates, and he'll go to the line to shoot 2 more free throws.
Flanagan puts so much pressure on the defense, Brian. Like he's always attacking.
And you look at him and Bellamy and Okwukei and even Okwukei. They're not big guys, but they play bigger than they are.
Oh, without a doubt. They're strong, though, and they just attack you downhill. It just puts so much pressure on you. That's why they're going to the free throw line all the time.
Flanagan makes the first free throw. San Francisco State lead now 14-12. Get our first look at Jake Paxton. And Bakke also checks back in.
Paxton's a good floor general, comes off the bench, runs his team for him, does a nice job.
Both free throws good by Flanagan, and the lead is back to 3 for the Gators. 12 and a half minutes to go. Murphy crosses the timeline. Chico State going to try and get into that offense. Now it looks like San Francisco State in that man-to-man, but no, then they switch out of it. You said it's tricky to determine what they're going to do.
They jumped off that double. They got in that lane. They were not going to let JoJo catch that.
And Oliver penetrates, looked like he's a little out of control, some contact, and they're going to get Okwukei. That'll be his second personal, and Oliver's going to go back to the free throw line. And Coach Gleeman not in agreement with that call. He thought that Oliver was out of control.
That's the first time I felt like I couldn't see him play. I was
welcome to my life.
I felt like you guys always feel. I had no idea what was going on right there.
Oliver knocks down the first free throw. He's got 6 off the bench already.
Hey, you weren't lying when you said there were some keys to this game. Evan Oliver being a big part
Yeah,
of
one of the things we didn't talk about is one of the marquee matchup is Evan Oliver against Jalen Flanagan. Both guys have had great years against the opponent.
That's incredible. That's good scouting, Brian.
Hey, we try. Do my homework. Flanagan to Bakke. This is the only CCAA team I have not seen this year is San Francisco State as Bakke throws it away. And it'll be the third turnover by the Gators. And Chico State with an opportunity to retake the lead.
That's not going to make Coach Gleeman real happy. He wants to keep it simple.
And that was a high-risk, high-reward pass. And the risk definitely outweighed the reward that time. Hamilton back in the game with 2 fouls.
He's a savvy player. He'll be able to handle it.
Murphy on the penetration. Pump fakes. And Okwukei from nowhere swats it out of bounds. Nice help defense that time by Okwukei. And it is another media timeout. 11:47 to go here in the first half. We got a good one. It's the Gators 15 and the Wildcats 14. You're listening to the CCAA Men's Basketball Tournament on the CCAA Network.
California, the Golden State is a place for innovation and excellence. The CCAA exemplifies the Division II gold standard of excellence in the Golden State. Whether in the classroom or on the field of play, excellence is the standard of our 12 member institutions. The CCAA is home to some of the best and brightest student athletes whose achievements speak for themselves. Led by outstanding faculty and coaches, our student athletes receive encouragement and support in their pursuit of excellence. Excellence is not just a goal, it is our way of life. In the CCAA, excellence is always within your reach, no matter where you are. Visit GoCCAA.org today.
Welcome back to the Fits, 15-14 San Francisco State. Brian Nelson here with Coach Paul Trevor. And Coach, a couple of thoughts in the first 8 minutes of this ball game so far.
Well, there's a couple things going on. Both teams are defending the on-ball really well. Chico's getting out with extremely hard hedge, trying to push them back, cut off that penetration. And San Francisco's really aggressive on JoJo on that. But JoJo's doing a nice job. He's refusing the on-ball, getting downhill still.
Well, and one of the things we talked about is when you push out defensively, if you don't back cut, you're going to start your offense out by the logo, and then it becomes very, very difficult.
Here's that zone. Now they're more. San Francisco's more in a 2-3 match now. This is what they go to out of the ball out of bounds.
So you got to get the ball, try to get to the free throw line, get some penetration. Otherwise, you're just going to be shooting jumpers, right?
Yeah, without a doubt.
And there's Hamilton's jumper. It's no good, and Odin pulls down the rebound. That's exactly what they wanted them to do.
Without a challenge 15-footer on a step back, it was a great call by Coach Glima coming out of the timeout.
Odin now, little weave action for San Francisco State. Long pass to Paxton, who saves it in the corner, but he's stuck back there. Finally to Bakke, to Okwukei. He'll penetrate. He'll almost walk. No call. Now Flanagan's got it with 7 on the shot clock. He'll pull up from 18. Back iron, no good. And Murphy with a good block out, and Hamilton able to grab the rebound.
Oh, he's going out.
Hamilton looks to push. Ooh. Nice hands by Paxton. And it's going to be, is that a pass and crash? Because if that's on, no, it's going to be on Okwukei, and that will be his third personal, Coach, with still 11 minutes to go here in the first half.
Oh, that's really unfortunate. I don't even know where he was, if he was just outside the circle or inside the circle.
I think it was inside the circle. That's why it was an odd, because he just said automatic.
Yep.
Official pointed right into the circle.
That's tough.
That's a big deal now. As a long three by Murphy is an air ball into the hands of Trey Taylor. Back out to Oliver.
Oh.
He penetrates. Little shuffle. Bank shot nowhere near. And Paxton chases down the rebound. Okwukei now going to have to play some big minutes for the Gators, with San Francisco's leading scorer on the bench with 3 fouls with 10.5 minutes to go here in the first half.
Ryan, I'll give you an interesting stat. Chico State has 0 assists.
Which is not typically like them.
That's really bizarre.
Okwukei penetrates, takes it inside amongst the trees. His left-handed little 2-footer is off the back iron, no good. And Hamilton with another rebound back the other way. He'll take a 3-ball from the corner and miss it long. Traylor battling with Odin, and it'll be out of bounds. It'll be Gator basketball as Taylor's foot was on the line.
That little jump stop kick out right there to Hamilton, that would have been the first assist. I like that basketball. He's looking for another guy, penetrate, kick it out. That's exciting.
Well, I think you look at it, too. They have forced Chico to a lot of dribble, step backs. Oliver got a couple of buckets in transition where he pushed it up himself, but that half-court offense really hasn't been there for Chico State.
Yeah. There's that hard hedge again. They better pull on that string behind the ball.
Baki out high, and he throws it out of bounds. He thought Odin was going to pop out. Odin went back door. Another turnover for San Francisco State. That is their fourth. Coach, 10 turnovers between these two teams in the first 10 minutes of the game.
Well, both teams are really aggressive, though. They're on the line. They're pushing it out farther and farther. Here we go again. Here comes this on ball. Let's see what JoJo does. Oh, that's Hamilton. Let's see what he does with it.
Screen comes from Wheeler. Now they get the switch. And now you got Wright down on the block against Uniacke. Gets it through to Hamilton. That's a dangerous pass. Oliver able to grab it. Screen comes again. Oliver, his step back three, top of the key. Back iron, no good. Rebound, Odin for the Gators. And again, stand around, launch. That is not the way Chico State wants to play offense.
Well, San Francisco's so good.
Okwukei is going to get called for the charge.
That's a tough play for Hamilton right there. Sliding in and taking that right there.
Well, with two fouls, that's dangerous.
Woo.
V-Hill back in for Chico State as Okwukei has to go to the bench.
Is that his second? Is that Toby's second foul?
That is his second foul, yes. So you've got him with two. Actually, Okwukei, they said, just has 2 fouls. They got that. There was a mistake on the original. So both those two guys have 2 fouls. So offense going to have to come from somewhere besides the top 2 scorers for Chico State as Wright saves it back out to Hamilton. He tried to get to Oliver, to V-Hill. His 3-ball, got it. Justin V-Hill.
That's a big one for Chico State. You know, if he starts making shots, it could open up some other things.
Well, people don't realize his numbers this year for V-Hill not great, but is a guy that last year averaged double figures for Cal State East Spain, was one of their best players.
That could really shoot. You have to be aware of it.
And again, a turnover. Paxton got caught picking up his dribble, and Oliver the other way. He'll take it in, and he'll be fouled. He'll go back to the free throw line.
Hey, Josh Hamilton was what we call on a string right there. The roller rolled down. He took away all rolling options, which forced that turnover. Great defense.
And Hamilton he's played almost the entire game with 2 fouls. He picked up 2 quick ones with the first couple of minutes. Yeah. And he has been a defensive stalwart. Took a charge there. He forced a turnover.
Yeah.
And Oliver back to the free throw line. Chico State with a 2-point lead.
Oliver's really putting pressure on them in transition.
Yeah, he's really pushing it hard up the other way.
Yeah.
Misses the first free throw. Oliver, who averages under 11 points a game. But as we said, 18.5 a game against San Francisco State, including shooting 60% from behind the arc.
Ooh.
And San Francisco State now, Coach, they've gone scoreless for nearly 4 minutes.
I know what that feels like.
You said it, not me. I was thinking it.
That puts so much pressure on your defense because if you're not putting the ball in the basket, it just puts so much pressure on you. You need to keep stops to stay in the game, and that's just right now they're turning the ball over, they're taking tough shots, and they need a bucket to break that seal.
So they got 5 team fouls now on San Francisco State, 4 on Chico. Chico got 4 quick ones, and then they haven't committed a foul here in the last 4 or 5 minutes as Oliver makes the second of the 2 free throws, and the Wildcats are up 18-15. Odin out high. Tabaki overplay by V-Hill. He doesn't get it. Hessel's back. falling to the ground is Oliver. Back to Baki. His 3-ball from the top of the key is going to be no good. Uniacke fighting for it, but it comes down in the hands of Daniels for the Wildcats. And here comes Evan Oliver again. That time they cut off the penetration, and the Wildcats will set up their offense.
Great job on the glass by the Wildcats.
Give and go with Wright and Hamilton. Back to Daniels. He'll penetrate. A little fallback left-handed 8-footer is good. Miles Daniels with his second bucket, and the Wildcats have their biggest lead of the night. It's 20-15.
What a tough shot. Little fadeaway off the jump stop. Way to play under control. Great
That's
shot.
a kid that's playing with some confidence. You take that shot. Flanagan to Bellamy. Over to Oden. His 3-ball right side is an air ball, but it ends up in the hands of Uniacke, who lays it in.
What a big play by Uniacke. I mean, getting it on the glass on a second shot opportunity, making a play when you needed it.
Well, that snapped a 8-0 run by the Wildcats.
What a big play.
Because if he doesn't get that, that's Chico State the other direction in transition.
Oh, without a doubt.
V. Hill going to penetrate, cut off, gets it to Hamilton. His 17-footer, good. Josh Hamilton knocks down a jumper, and it's 22-17 Wildcats.
Chico's found a little rhythm offensively right now. They kind of sharing the ball. They're getting penetration.
And, Coach, they got an assist now.
Ah, there you go. Well, they're doing a good job getting in the paint.
Inside to Uniacke, poked away by Wright, back out to Bellamy.
Wright's got to pull harder on that string on that on ball, man. He's got to be there.
Baki got a mismatch against down into Uniacke, and he will airball the layup. And they're going to get Daniels for a delayed called foul.
Ooh.
Timeout on the floor. 6:52 to go. It's Chico State 22, San Francisco State 17.
We're there to serve, make sure we're creating a fair atmosphere for both teams, upholding the integrity of the game.
I chose to be an official. It's the best decision I've made.
In life, things aren't scripted. Games aren't pre-scripted. You know, I got into officiating because my father was an official. Officiating was part of our family life. It wasn't just the game.
Get to be outside, get to experience the game. It's so much more fun. You can get a lot out of it.
If you're an athlete, we need people like you and translate those skills to officiating.
It helped me become not only a better official, but a better person.
It happens in every town, in every game.
We never have a perfect game, but the rewards always outweigh the negativities.
And it's just been wonderful.
Welcome back to the Fitz, 22-17, Chico State, 6:02 to go. And, Coach, you and I noticed in the stats that some similarities. Each team with 2 assists, each team with 6 turnovers.
Both teams are very aggressive defensively, though. Like, they're getting out on that on ball. They're forcing you to do things you don't want to do, which is creating those turnovers. So I think it's a little bit of combination of, bad defense or bad offense and good defense.
Well, and we talked about, for both of these teams, for their seasons to continue, they have to win. They are not going to get an at-large bid to the NCAA tournament. They have to win this tournament to go on beyond this weekend. And the urgency ratchets up a little bit when you have that type of experience.
Oh, without a doubt. And I think, though, with the way the CCAA panned out this year, there's urgency all year long.
As Uniacke barely grazes the front of the rim, and he misses the first free throw. He is now 5 for 9 this year from the free throw line.
This also goes back to what you were talking about, the third time these teams playing. They know each other so well. So they know what the tendencies are and what they want to take away.
And they just played 2 weeks ago. So
right.
It's not like it's been a month and a half. It's just been 2 weeks. So Uniacke misses both free throws, and Wildcats look to build on that lead as Hamilton with kind of a wild running shot, no good, and the Gators look to push the other way.
He was looking to
Baki,
pass.
nothing there. He
Right.
thought about it.
Yeah, he was trying to get it up over the top, and he just couldn't figure it out at the time.
Bellamy out high as Coach Inglima, frustrated, pounds the floor. Baki now puts it on the deck. He'll take it in. Nothing there. Kick it out. Okwukei will penetrate. His little left-handed layup off the glass is good.
So good going left. I think what Inglima wanted there was he wanted to spread the floor out and get his guard going downhill on Kelvin Wright.
So Toby just took it all under his own and just did it himself. 22-19, Hamilton's 3-ball. Short, no good, into the hands of E-Hill. Back to Wright. Daniels from 3 from the right wing. Got it! Daniels knocks down the triple. He's got 7, and the Wildcats have their biggest lead of the night at 6. Flanagan the other way, high off the glass, no good. Uniacke again there, knocks down V-Hill and gets the putback, and it's 25-21.
Daniels shooting the ball like that, watch out. But Uniacke, there he is again.
Yeah, he's a battler.
He's making a difference on the glass.
Well, Daniels, coach, 6 out now, 7 of his last 13 from 3. Penetration out to Daniels, swinging around to Vigil. His 3-ball top of the key, no good, and high to get the rebound is Baki.
I love that pass by Daniels. He set Vigil up really well, but just unfortunately couldn't knock it down.
Bellamy gets cut off. He'll get it back to Flanagan, who's been kind of quiet, has his 4 points. Baki inside off the glass and good. 25-23.
Gators just pounding them in the paint. Glass, roll down, just pounding it.
Vigil out high, gets it to Oliver. San Francisco State 0 of 5 from behind the arc, but 8 of 15 inside the arc. Oliver picks up his dribble. Now a little floater in the lane is good. Well, he just waited, let everybody kind of move out of the way. It's like, oh, no one's going to guard me. I'll just slide in and knock down the little 8-footer in the lane.
That's a hooper shot right there. That's growing up in a gym right there.
Against kids probably much bigger than you.
Against the legendary Yodis back in the day.
27-23 Wildcats. Swing it out. Okwukei's 3-ball left wing is going to be back iron, no good. And Kelvin Wright high for the rebound. He'll take it down himself. Nobody stops the ball. Wright takes it all the way, coast to coast. Cannot get the left-handed layup to go. And Baki gets the rebound. Up to Flanagan. Now the Gators look to push, and Flanagan turns it over, and Kelvin Wright, hustling back defensively, picks up the steal. And Kelvin's sucking a little wind right now. That was a long coast to coast. That is not Wright's typical. He's like to get down on the block and pound you.
He was moving. He was showing that skill set.
And Daniels has it poked away, but he gets it back. Guarded tightly by Bellamy. Picks up the dribble, gets it out to Oliver. 3:53 to go. Wildcats with a 4-point lead. Oliver looks to penetrate, takes the screen from Wright. His step-back jumper is going to be off the rim, no good. Wright with hustle will save it, but it'll end up in the hands of Uniacke.
Great hustle by Kelvin Wright. I think Klink set up a little backdoor play, but San Francisco was too disciplined for it.
Bellamy's long 3 is going to be short, no good, but hustling after it is Okwukei. Gets it to Baki, back to Bellamy, back to Toby, and Toby's going to walk. Got a little quick.
Too many turnovers here for the Gators. They got to get that ball on that rim.
Time out on the floor, 3:26 to go. Chico State 27, San Francisco State 23.
The California Collegiate Athletic Association is honored to participate in the 50th anniversary celebration of the passing of Title IX. The CCAA has seen some of the most historic and successful figures in women's sports through the years, and that tradition continues today with 52 national championships and numerous National Players of the Year. The CCAA will continue to be an ally and strong advocate for women's sports and to increase opportunities for future generations.
All right, Coach, 27-23 Chico State, and we look at it. San Francisco State really struggling from the field, just shooting 39%, still have yet to make a shot from behind the arc. Chico not much better, but they have hit the 3 triples, which has helped them get that 4-point lead.
Without a doubt. I think, though, Chico's tightened it up defensively, taken away some things and got some easier baskets in transition. The Gators, with Uniacke getting it on the glass, has kind of kept them in the game.
Well, you look at it, you talked about points in the paint. San Francisco, 18 of their 23 points are in the paint. The other 5 are from the free throw line. So they have not made a shot outside of the paint yet.
They find a way just to pound you, just to get it in there and make something happen.
Murphy now, across the timeline, put it in action. He's back in the ballgame. He has not played a lot. Murphy has not scored. Leading scorer for the Wildcats, freshman of the year. Hamilton throws it away. Vigil goes down. Taylor knocks it away, but it ends up in the hands of Odin. A lot of contact there, no call.
I love that 50-50 ball. Get on the floor, make a play.
Bellamy out to Okwukei. To Flanagan. He'll penetrate. Little floater lane. Back iron, no good. But Okwukei able to pull down the rebound. Almost loses it out of bounds, but Odin taps it back to him. Now, Okwukei gets it to Bellamy. His long 3 right side is going to be an air ball. That is 2 air balls from Bellamy from the same spot.
Hey, he can keep shooting it, though. Bellamy's a good player. He shoots the ball really well.
Yeah, coming in his last 6 games, Coach, he was shooting 47% from 3. Murphy to Oliver. Oliver's been a big spark plug off the bench. Evan with 8 points.
That helps because Murphy's not scoring right now. Evans picked up the load. Uh-oh.
Hamilton going to penetrate down on the block to Wheeler.
Travel.
Wheeler walks. No call. They're going to get the foul and the bucket. And he'll go to the line for the three-point play. It was, I don't know how they didn't see it, but he took a step, one more step, went up, and Coach Nglima saw what we saw, and he's not happy.
Oh, that's a tough break right there. I mean, I know it's difficult. Maybe I didn't see his pivot foot, but a good finish by Wheeler, and it's tough that it's an and one.
And the foul was on Okwukei, and that's his third.
Oh, no.
So that's a double whammy. A, you think you get the turnover, and you don't. B, he gets the bucket, and then C, you get a foul on your best player. Third one. Wheeler knocks down the free throw, and Chico State's got their biggest lead of the night. It's 30-23. Wheeler with his first buckets. Bellamy across the timeline, and San Francisco State struggled to score. Just 23 points here with 2 minutes to go.
All their shots have been contested. They've taken away a lot of space. Chico's right there. This is the best I've seen Chico defend in a while.
Bellamy, baseline. Tough shot, and they're going to get Wheeler over the top. A lot of ball up top, but when you reach over, that's an automatic about 9 times out of 10.
Yeah, that foul could have been coming either way. I mean, I think they knew they missed one on the other end, and they were going to try and balance it out.
Oh, that never happens, Coach,
come
right?
on, that happens all the time, man. That happens all the time. It's good. It's good basketball to keep it. Like you can't do them all wrong. The refs will do a good job.
Bellamy, 75% free throw shooter. First free throw is short, no good, and the Gators have now missed 4 free throws.
That's tough. I mean, you're trying to hang in there right now. You got foul trouble. You just got to dot the I. You got to finish it up.
Second free throw is good.
There you go.
And it's 30-24.
Right now you got a 2-minute game. This is crucial with all the foul trouble the Gators have. They got to dig in right here and get some stops.
Yeah. Can you keep it at 5-6 and not let it get to double digits?
Yeah, they got to really dig in.
Oliver, screen with Odin. Oliver's going to penetrate. Little floater in lane is good. Boy, Evan Oliver, he sees the Gators and his eyes just light up.
That's a tough shot right there. That's a half floater or half jumper. That's like an amoeba.
With a guy right in your face. He's got 10, and the Wildcats are up 8. Okwukei will penetrate against Wheeler. He will not get the shot to go, but he will go to the line to shoot 2.
That's a good answer right there. I mean, getting to the foul line, attacking the basket like that, he's really good at that.
Wheeler will pick up his second personal. That'll be the 7th team foul on the Wildcats.
You know, he struggled a little bit early in the year, and since he's come on, the Gators have really come on.
Yeah, and Okwukei makes the first free throw.
He's such a good player.
Toby, just a 59% free throw shooter.
Yeah, but he'll make them when they count. He'll make them when they count. He's a winner.
Well, when you look at it, too, Coach, this is a team that is very good from the free throw line. And Chico State tends to struggle from the line, and yet you look at it, the Gators now 7-11 from the line, 64%. Chico State 5 out of 6.
Yeah.
It is a 6-point ball game inside a minute and a half to go here in the first half. Chico State, who has played extremely well, especially on the defensive end. Down on the block to Kelvin Wright, who has been quiet so far. He finds Taylor, drops it, picks it back up, gets it to Murphy. Murphy's going to penetrate, and he's going to have it poked away. Murphy chases back after it. It'll be tipped out of bounds. It'll be San Francisco State basketball.
The Gators are doing a great job on Murphy. They've done a nice job of collapsing on his penetration, making everything tough.
We have a 30-second timeout. That is going to be for Chico State. We're going to go ahead and keep it here. And so, Coach, you got a minute 4 to go. San Francisco's down 6. I would think right now with Okwukei out that you're going to look at Okwukei and Bellamy going to be and Flanagan going to be your offensive guys on this next couple possessions.
Yeah, if I know Coach Nglima, he's going to run a little shallow cut, try and get Flanagan the ball in the mid-post. Probably something in that area, get him going downhill into that mid-range pull-up where he's so good. Might be on the right block. I think that's what he's talking about right now. He might try and shrink it up a little bit too, because if he can get a good possession or 2 good possessions to their 1, they'll be right in this thing going to halftime and settling with the foul trouble.
And we talked about how good Flanagan has been against Chico State tonight, just 1 of 5 from the field.
Right. And there's your marquee matchup for you again, Brian.
And Oliver has got 10 on 4 of 7 shooting. So, we talk about that, and that's one of the reasons Chico State, he's outscored them by 6. Chico State leads by 6.
There you go.
Murphy 0 for 3. He does have 2 free throws.
I cannot believe that San Francisco State is 0 of 8 from the three-point line.
And yet only trails by 6.
That's incredible.
And they've had some really good looks.
Yeah.
And to be honest, most of them haven't been close. Gators take it across the timeline. Odin.
Oh, he's running.
And Okwukei will penetrate. He'll be cut off that time by Oliver. Now on the block to Tabaki. He almost loses his footing. Gets it back out to Odin. That was almost a travel. And now Flanagan will try to take it down against Miles. Double team comes with right. They force it back to Baki. 7 on the shot clock. Bellamy hits 3-ball right wing. Got it.
There it is.
Well, you said,
there
Coach, he's got to keep shooting it. He knocks down the triple. And
he can really shoot.
It's 32-29. First triple of the day for the Gators.
Nice patience by the Gators. They kind of wore him down there. They didn't take a bad shot. They shared the ball.
Chico State now 3-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. So the Wildcats can take this pretty much all the way down and get the final shot of the half. Murphy penetrates into right. His little floater lane is good. Now, San Francisco's taking a half, 10 seconds. 34-29. Okwukei will penetrate. Kick it out to Bellamy. His 3-ball left wing.
Oh!
Get it!
Oh!
Bellamy knocks down back-to-back triples.
Woo!
And the Wildcat lead is 2 as we head to halftime.
Shoot.
Your halftime score, Chico State 34, San Francisco State 32. We'll be back with more right after these messages.
California, the Golden State is a place for innovation and excellence. The CCAA exemplifies the Division II gold standard of excellence in the Golden State. Whether in the classroom or on the field of play, excellence is the standard of our 12 member institutions. The CCAA is home to some of the best and brightest student athletes whose achievements speak for themselves. Led by outstanding faculty and coaches, our student athletes receive encouragement and support in their pursuit of excellence. Excellence is not just a goal, it is our way of life. In the CCAA, excellence is always within your reach, no matter where you are. Visit goccaa.org today.
Champions know how to seize opportunities. When they see moments of greatness unfold right before their eyes, they push as hard as they possibly can, and then they push harder. Because the heart of a champion never settles, never quits, and never stops giving its all. We are champions. We are Division II. We go big, we give it everything we've got, and we win. On the field, on our campuses, in our communities, for our causes, in our careers. We rise to become champions in everything we do. We are Division II, and there are no limits here. We make our time count. We set our own path. We become champions on our terms. It's time to up your game, because we're here to play and learn. But most importantly, we're here to discover ourselves, our vision, our heart, our drive, to achieve every goal we aim for, because we want to be champions at the highest level, life. At Division II, the opportunities are here. Are you ready?
It starts from the moment you enter the court. We're there to serve, make sure we're creating a fair atmosphere for both teams, upholding the integrity of the game.
I chose to be an official when I was a senior in high school, 17 years old. I think it's the best decision I've made. You could play, and you could make extra money on the weekends on the side, and why not?
In life, things aren't scripted. Games aren't pre-scripted. You know, I got into officiating because my father was an official. Officiating was part of our family life. It wasn't just the game.
Get to be outside, get to experience the game. It's so much more fun. You can get a lot out of it.
If you're an athlete, we need people like you and young athletes who can translate those skills to officiating.
So much of officiating is not necessarily what you do on the court. It's how you conduct business off the court as well. Being an official, sure, it's not easy.
And if it wasn't for those difficulties, I don't think I would be where I'm at. Because it helped me become not only a better official, but a better person.
It happens in every town, in every game.
We never have a perfect game, but the rewards always outweigh the negativities.
And it's just been wonderful.
The 12 universities of the California Collegiate Athletic Association value civility and integrity. In the intensely competitive environment of collegiate athletics, we pledge to respect our opponents, officials, staff, and fans. Being a student athlete in the CCAA is more than just about participating in your sport. It's a commitment to integrity and civility. Join us at GoCCAA.org today.
Hi, I'm Dr. Lynn Mahoney, president of San Francisco State University, one of the 12 CSU campuses in the California Collegiate Athletic Association. The CCAA is the nation's most successful Division II conference with 154 national championships. But there's more to the CCAA than athletic achievements. Our student athletes are also campus leaders, helping others through community-based food drives and mentoring elementary school children. And when they graduate, CCAA student athletes become community leaders and make names for themselves in the professional world. But these leaders wouldn't develop without the dedication of the CCAA coaches and staff who provide guidance along the way. As part of the NCAA Division II, the CCAA promotes a balanced educational and professional experience that serves our student athletes well and reflects California's culture of diversity and inclusion. The CCAA, building leaders for the future, one championship at a time.
Well, welcome back to the Fitz. It's halftime here. It is 34-32 Chico State over San Francisco State. It's time for our first half stats. And for Chico State, they are shooting 46% from the field, 13 of 28, 3 of 10 from behind the arc. Leading scorer for the Wildcats is Evan Oliver. He's got 10. Miles Daniels and Joshua Hamilton with 7 points apiece. 3 points for Brendan Wheeler and Justin Vigil, and 2 points for Kelvin Wright Jr. and JoJo Murphy. For San Francisco State, they are shooting 41% from the field, 11 of 27, 2 of 10 from behind the arc, but 2 big triples by C.J. Bellamy in the last minute of the first half. They are 8 of 12 from the free throw line. Leading scorer for the Gators is Bellamy. He has got 9. 8 points for Toby. Okwukei. 4 points apiece for Baki, Flanagan, Uniak. And leading scorer and second-team All-CCAA player Okwukei has just 3 points, and he's only taken 2 shots. The Gators lead the rebounding over the Wildcats 17-16. Leading rebounders are Baki and Uniak for the Gators. 5 rebounds for Kelvin Wright Jr. and 4 for Josh Hamilton. 4 assists on 13 made buckets for the Wildcats. 5 assists on 11 made baskets for the Gators. Neither team at even 50% at this point. Both teams have turned over 8 times. And here's an important stat, points in the paint. It was at one point 18-8 San Francisco. It's now 18-14. So Chico State getting a little better job getting things going. San Francisco 8-3 in second chance points. Points off turnovers, the Gators are up 11-6. Yet, Coach, the Gators trail 34-32 as we get to halftime.
Well, what a great end to the first half. That was basketball at its finest. A couple 3 balls, a little finish in the paint. That last minute and a half was great.
So as you look at this second half, let's start with Chico State. You've got a 2-point lead. Murphy, your leading scorer, has just 2 points. He hasn't made a shot from the field yet. And yet you feel like you controlled that first half, and you look at the scoreboard, you only have 2 points.
Yeah, this is really going to be a great second half. Think about it. We've got JoJo Murphy, who's not scoring, and we're going to wait for that young star to come out. And then you got, on San Francisco, you got Eche and Flanagan still waiting to blossom with foul trouble and all. It is, what a great second half we're looking for.
Now, one thing, Coach, we didn't have a chance to talk about we had a little bit of a change of plans at the start of the game that we weren't informed about, so we were off a little more than we planned to. A couple things we didn't discuss. Number one, San Francisco State have played 11 games this year that have been decided by 6 points or less. You were one of those games.
Oh, yeah.
They are 10-1. So they are not uncomfortable in these type of situations.
Oh, they just keep grinding it. So, down 4, down 6, they just kind of keep grinding it, and then they make plays down the stretch and that's why they won all those tough games.
And again, a very senior-laden group. Okwukei, Okwukei, those guys, both seniors, been in the program for a while. They are comfortable. The moment doesn't become too big for them.
Without a doubt. And they trust each other. So they have a lot of trust within their program and that culture. And you can see it out there, the way they support each other.
Now, you look at it, Chico State, on the other hand, the Wildcats are just 5-6 in games decided by 6 points or less. And that many times can be because the guys handling the basketball are predominantly freshmen and sophomores. Daniels, Murphy, Oliver. Very good players, but not the experience that you have on the San Francisco State side.
Well, you can't, you got to go through it. You got to go through it to get there. And so I think the Wildcats have gone through it. They've had some ups and downs, and they've had some tough games, and they've lost some close ones. But at this point, those freshmen and sophomores, they are now experienced. So it's like a clean slate.
Well, and they've played a full season now. They're not new anymore.
Right.
Well, Coach, they announced the CCAA men's basketball all-conference team yesterday, and the player of the year, congratulations to Jalen Wells from Sonoma State. Defensive player of the year, Darius Mickens from Cal State San Bernardino. He was also the newcomer of the year. Guy that we're watching here today, JoJo Murphy, was the freshman of the year. And the coach of the year, Andy Newman from Cal State San Bernardino. Talk to me real quick about Jalen Wells. I got a chance to watch him here, and he is impressive. Now, he didn't score as much in that game that he played against you guys here at the Fitz, but he just does so many things.
What a treat he is to watch. It's like you watch him shoot the basketball, and you're like, no, and he makes it. And then he goes, no, and he makes it. Or he misses it and he gets it back. Or he's the quickest off the floor. He's the quickest to the ball. He finishes everything. He hits the three when he needs to. He just does it in so many different ways.
Well, you look at now, you got two San Bernardino guys. Mickens, the defensive player of the year. Dontrell Schuler, the newcomer of the year. Add them to Brandon Napper, and that explains why San Bernardino is ranked in the top 10 in the country and a shoo-in for the regional.
The guys like Mickens. Mickens does it all. He hits the glass. He makes shots when he needs to. But, he just sits in there and locks down. He takes the best player on the other team, and he locks him up. Just puts him on him, and goodbye. And
then JoJo Murphy, who we were actually joking with Mike Baca of the Chico State broadcast that you guys gave everybody, quote-unquote, the blueprint. As JoJo has not had a great experience here at the Fitz. So he has yet to make a shot at the Fitz this year. This is his second game. You held him scoreless here on New Year's Day, and he is 0 for 3 from the field. What do you think needs to be done to get JoJo going? What do you think Coach Slink might try to do to get him some confidence in this building?
You got to get him an open look. So JoJo's getting trapped off the on-ball. That's what we did. That's what everybody did. They said, we're not going to let JoJo Murphy beat us. And so he gets trapped off the on-ball. He gets trapped going downhill. Anytime he goes to the basket, there's three guys around him. He's got so much attention on him. What they need to do is that he either needs to kick it out to another guy. That's why Miles Daniels needs to hit a shot. That's why Vigil needs to hit a shot. That's why Oliver needs to hit a shot. Hamilton. Because if he can exit and get some assists, they're going to win this game.
Well, because it may not be his points that win it, but it may be his unselfish play that gets them the points they need to get the victory.
Without a doubt, because he is the focus of every team that they go against. You're going to double him because you don't want him to hit that shot. If you want him to hit a shot, you got to draw up something special to get him all open, but they're going to switch out on it. They're going to jump it because they're not going to let him get open. Anytime he comes off a screen, they're going to jump out on it.
And a guy that, like Murphy, who was so successful, has been successful, scored everywhere he's been at every level. For him to all of a sudden have to become a distributor, that's a change in mindset. It's not that he can't do it. It's not that he's a selfish player. It's just it's a different way of having to play basketball. And to learn that at this level is a challenge, and it doesn't happen overnight.
Well, it's a fine line, too. What if you're kicking it out and you're not making shots? Like, what if other guys aren't stepping up and knocking down shots? Now you're like, wait, why am I kicking it out? So you're like, hey, you need me to score, but how many tough shots can I hit? So it's that fine line. You got to find the balance. But if he can exit and a couple guys can step in and knock a couple shots down, that help won't be there as much where he'll be able to get something easier.
Now, if you're San Francisco State, you got to feel like, hey, Okwukei, our best player, only played 10 minutes. He picked up 3 fouls. He's only got 3 points. We're only down 2. You got to feel Coach Glema's got to feel pretty good about where he sits based upon how statistically that first half went.
The trick, though, with Okwukei, which is going to be really hard, is he's a physical player. Glass, finish around the rim, put his shoulder in your chest and get to the basket. With 3 fouls, it's hard to play physical. It's hard to he's not like a skilled shooter. like a shooter can run around and hit shots with 3 fouls. He's a banger. He's a undersized banger and defensive guy. So he's going to have to really play with a lot of savvy in the second half to really implement what he can do in this game.
And then the other guy is Jalen Flanagan. He's been quiet. 1 of 5 from the field, just 4 points. A guy that has absolutely killed Chico State. He may be a guy that has to get going first before they get Okwukei going.
Without a doubt. But the Gators have done it with balance all year. All year. I mean, I'm looking at their stat sheet. Okwukei 12. You got Flanagan 10. You got Roth 10. You got Okwukei 10. You got another guy with 6. They got balance. So, you never know who's going to do it in the second half for them.
And lastly, you mentioned a guy that hasn't been able to play. He's out. He's sitting here just a little bit to our left, and that's Jonah Roth, and that has really hurt them, especially inside here in this ballgame.
And also on the pick pop. I think Roth would have been a real difference maker here, the way Chico hedges the on ball. They're real aggressive, and it's hard to be that aggressive when Roth can space it. Roth can set that pick, he can space it, and then it's hard to double.
Because he can step out and shoot the three, or he can roll to the basket.
Yeah,
he
exactly.
can do either or.
And he's a good defender in the interior.
Well, we're about ready to start the second half. It is 34-32 Chico State. Live here at the Fitch. Brian Nelson on the call with Coach Paul Trevor. Thank you so much for joining us on the CCAA Network. Want to remind you that part of the reason that we can do these is because of our partners. We want to thank those partners: Under Armour, Ticket Smarter, Hometown Ticketing, Hour-a-thon, College Avenue Student Loans, BSN Sports, and Candid Worldwide. Thank you so much for your support and sponsorship of the CCAA and the CCAA tournament. We encourage you to go online to gocca.com and follow them on social media, the top Division II conference in the country. I want to remind you that the next game of this men's basketball tournament will be another quarterfinal matchup at 2:30. Mitch McClellan, voice of Cal State San Bernardino, will be bringing you all the action as the Sonoma State Seawolves will take on Cal Poly Humboldt. And then the women's action will begin at 5:30 tonight with Cal State LA and Sonoma State. Mitch will have that as well. And then I'll finish it up the night as Cal Poly Pomona will take on Chico State. Well, it's time to start the second half. Wildcat basketball. They'll be moving now from our left to our right. Murphy puts it in play, gets it to Hamilton, cut to Murphy, gets it to Vigil, double team, out. Miles Daniels open three from the right corner, no good, and Flanagan pulls down the rebound.
That was good execution. They got Murphy going downhill. They got the help, and Murphy dumped it off, and they got a great look.
Well, I thought Murphy was going to get to the bucket, and all of a sudden 3 guys just appeared.
Always.
Flanagan off the screen. Penetrates left-handed, takes it all the way in against Hamilton, and cannot get it to go in and out. And then Okwukei steals it from Vigil. Okwukei gets it in there. He misses. And finally, Vigil pulls down the rebound.
That was halfway down for Flanagan. That's tough.
Murphy takes it all the way in. A little floater in lane is going to be short, no good. Kelvin Wright Jr. with the rebound. Just pushes Bakke out of the way, misses the shot. Murphy gets the rebound, and the Wildcats will get a third opportunity. Hamilton down on the block. Kicks it out to Daniels. Loses contract, takes it inside, and there will be a foul. And if that's Okwukei, who was inside the circle, that'll be his 4th personal foul.
That's what I'm talking about. He's a grinder.
Oh, no, they're going to get, no, I take it back. They're going to get Okwukei. I thought that was on Okwukei. They called it on Okwukei.
That's interesting.
It was on Okwukei. Okay. He was the guy in there. So regardless, Daniels is going to go to the line to shoot 2.
Okay, I don't know. That one's tough.
That was the officials missed that one.
Right.
Because San Francisco was quickly taking it.
Oh my goodness, what a gift. Okay, we'll take it.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
They were taking Ichi out of the game.
Yeah, I don't know how it wasn't on him, but we'll take it.
Based on the block and how everything went, that just didn't see the right guy. So 1 out of 2 from Daniels, and it's 35-32.
Being a guy who loves defense, I really don't. I thought it was a charge. I thought he was there.
Well, the problem is he was inside the restricted area, and that's an automatic.
Okay.
Flanagan picks up his dribbles, got nowhere to go, gets Bellamy, who hit 2 big threes to end the first half. 35-32. Okwukei gets it down to Okwukei. He'll take it inside against Wright, not able to get it to go. Nice defense that time by Wright, and it's Chico State basketball. Murphy going to penetrate, take it all the way in. His floater's going to be off the backboard no good. Out to Daniels, to Vigil. And Hamilton's going to reset.
Okay.
Tough physical screen from Kelvin Wright, and Hamilton knocks down the triple.
Ooh.
That's a big boy screen that time by Kelvin Wright, and he can set a screen.
Oh, that was nice. He walled up big, too, down here.
Okwukei to Baki. His 3-ball top of the key. Hits the back of the rim, kind of sits like a golf shot and rolls off, and Hamilton's got the basketball. Hamilton going to penetrate, take it all the way on Baki. He will miss the layup, and Flanagan with the rebound, and the Gators look to push. Flanagan kicks it back out to Bellamy. Okwukei penetrates. His little right-hander layup is no good, and neither team can throw it in the ocean, and Daniels takes it the other way. Murphy's 3-ball left wing. Back iron no good, and long rebound to Okwukei.
I thought that was going to be the first.
1-on-4, he decides to pull it back out, and the Gators will reset, and Coach Iglima is going to call a timeout. We'll see if it's a 30-second or a full 30-second. We'll go and keep it here. Got to pay some bills here, Coach. I want to remind you the CC Network app is available right now on any mobile device in addition to Roku, Amazon Fire, Apple TV, and Android platforms for quick and easy access to your favorite teams. Go to ccnetwork.com to subscribe today. 12 universities, one network, CCANetwork.com. And, Coach, starting this year, the CCAA will be partnering with student-athlete advisory councils on championship host institutions for a new program called CCAA Cares to highlight the tremendous efforts of the CCAA student-athletes in the community. Stanislaus State, who is the host of this tournament, has chosen Jessica's House, a local organization providing grief support for children, teens, young adults, and their families. 10% of all net ticket revenue will be donated to Jessica's House organization. And as you know, that is very near and dear to my heart, my friend.
Oh, without a doubt. That's beautiful. That makes me happy. That's a very important, that thing is just so important to the program, to the community, to everybody here.
And we are thrilled. Unfortunately, the executive director of Jessica's House, who is extremely near and dear to my heart because it's my wife, she is out of town. And so the director of development, Natalie Henderson, will be here tomorrow during halftime of all 4 games. Well, her interview will run all 4 games tomorrow, and we will learn more about Jessica's House.
I can't wait for that.
So you'll get a break. I'll have to keep talking.
Hey, I thought JoJo was going to get one there. I thought he was open. That's the best look he's had all
and
day.
Just couldn't get it to go.
Yep.
So Gators, who trail by 6 with the basketball, 17 and a half minutes to go. Oden, who checked in, as did Uniacke. Okwukei, who has been quiet today, to Bellamy. He does not take the screen, goes baseline, cut off by Murphy. Trying to get to the cutting. And that looked to be a double dribble, and they forgot he had dribbled. Bellamy's long 3, back iron, no good, and high for the rebound is Kendall Wright. Hamilton on the break. He'll penetrate, lose the basketball. Hamilton picks it back up under the basket. Has nowhere to go. Gets it to Wright. No 3-second call. Back out to JoJo. He'll penetrate and pull it back out, and Chico will reset.
This is a big possession. This is a big sequence right here.
Wildcats up by 6, looking to extend. 5 on the shot clock. Vigil, little floater in lane is good. Right-handed spin hook. That's not typically his game. He's more of a jump shooter. But that time he went down to the bucket as he and Uniacke having a little chit-chat on the way down. And the Wildcats have tied their biggest lead of the night. It's 8. Wow. Bellamy to Okwukei. His 3-ball left wing. Got it. Big shot by Aiche.
They needed that.
Keeping the Gators in the ball game. Wildcat lead down to 5. 16-13 to go. 40-35.
What a big shot, to end that drought.
Murphy with a tough screen as Wright barrels over Oden. No call. Loses the ball out of bounds, but it'll say it'll be off of San Francisco State, and it'll stay Chico State basketball.
It's physical out there right now. You got to finish with the big boys. It's tough.
Well, we talked about they're going to let them play.
Oh, yeah.
And the one thing I appreciate, they have been very consistent tonight.
Letting them play.
Yeah. No touch fouls. Sometimes you see them get, guys just get clobbered, and then there's a touch foul 30 feet from the bucket.
Right.
Hamilton dribbles penetration, nothing there, swings it out to Murphy, his 3-ball right wing. Got it.
That's trouble.
JoJo with his first bucket at the Fitz this year. It's a 3, and Chico State back up by 8. Okwukei penetrates, gets it to Uniacke as he will miss the shot, but Wright gets called for the foul. Uniacke will have to go back to the free throw line.
Brian, JoJo let it get exit to him. The ball got kicked out. He stepped in. His feet were set. He had time, and he buried it. That is a big shot for the Wildcats.
We'll see if that gets him going. Time out on the floor, 15:42 to go. Wildcats lead the Gators 43-35. We'll be right back after this.
We're there to serve, make sure we're creating a fair atmosphere for both teams, upholding the integrity of the game.
I chose to be an official. It's the best decision I've made.
In life, things aren't scripted. Games aren't pre-scripted. You know, I got into officiating because my father was an official. Officiating was part of our family life. It wasn't just the game.
Get to be outside, get to like experience the game. It's so much more fun. You can get a lot out of it.
If you're an athlete, we need people like you and translate those skills to officiating.
It helped me become not only a better official, but a better person.
It happens in every town, in every game.
We never have a perfect game, but the rewards always outweigh the negativities.
And it's just been wonderful.
Welcome back to the Fitz, 15:42 to go. Wildcats lead the Gators 43-35.
Big free throws right here.
Uniacke, who missed his 2 free throws in the first half. He has got 4 points and 4 boards.
You know, this would be a big lift if he
Just
can knock these in.
50% free throw shooter, high archer off the backboard and rim, no good. That one, that looks like a guy that is not real confident stepping up to the charity stripe.
It's really frustrating as a coach when you're trying to break a scoring drought. You have opportunity, and then you just can't knock in the free throw.
And he misses that one way short, and Murphy chases down the rebound. So Uniacke 0 for 4. Are the Gators 8 of 14 from the free throw line, and the Wildcats have a chance to build a 10-point lead. Murphy penetrates, kicks it out to Oliver, who's checked in. He'll penetrate. His step back little 15-footer is going to be short, no good, and Uniacke goes up high and pulls down the rebound with one hand.
I really like the way Murphy exited the ball right there.
Okwukei penetrates, gets it to Uniacke, who loses it, and here goes Oliver. 1-on-3, he'll take it all the way, and he will miss it, no good. Okwukei hustles back, gets the rebound, saves it to Bellamy, and now it's a 2-on-1 for the Gators, and Matt Flanagan takes it all the way in and lays it in. Boy, Flanagan took off from the CCA mark in the paint and got all the way to the rim, and now we'll have our first touch foul.
I thought that was the Jordan dunk contest. I was getting ready for it.
Ready for him to throw it down, huh? Foul that time is going to be on. Ready to see who they called that foul on. That's on Odin. That'll be his first personal.
Just a hand check. He just slowed him up there. Hey,
second team foul on the Gators.
How graceful did Flanagan look on that?
That was athletic.
That was pretty. If you don't love basketball, that's why you should love basketball, because that was beautiful.
The athleticism is just, it's so great. And, you know, people say the Division II level basketball is so good. I tell people this is really, really exceptionally well-played basketball. Hamilton gets it to Murphy.
Gators in their zone.
10 seconds on the shot clock. Murphy calling a play. Taylor comes with the screen. Murphy going to pull up from 15. Got it. Uh-oh. Yeah. JoJo starting to feel a little bit. He's got 7, and it's 45-37.
He's hurting, though. He's on his hip a little bit. He got elbowed.
Flanagan penetrates again. This time left-handed layup, no good. Ball is knocked out of bounds by Vigil, and it'll stay Gator basketball. Flanagan able to get to the bucket, but not able to finish tonight. He is just 2 of 8 from the field.
You know, he is so deceptive the way he gets into the paint and just glides. He's right at it.
Odin gets it into Okwukei. Okwukei penetrates and loses the basketball. Tried to go baseline, and then he picks up his 4th foul as he inadvertently runs into Hamilton.
Oh, that's unlucky.
Boy, I tell you, you just hate to see a player of Okike's talent pick up a 4th foul on a oops, I didn't mean to.
Right, just trying to turn and run back. That's so unlucky.
That's a 3rd team foul, but a bigger thing, Okwukei to the bench with 4 fouls, and you got to figure, Coach, he's down for at least the next 5 to 7 minutes.
Yeah, it depends on game flow, obviously. Like, if they can't keep it tight, then they're going to have to do it.
Because this is win or go home as a throw it pass inside to Taylor. He's fouled. He gets the bucket, and the Wildcats lead by 10. Great find by Murphy as he found Taylor. He got fouled by Bakke.
There it is, though, Brian. See, they doubled him. They doubled JoJo. JoJo made a great pass out of it, and now they're starting to make runs. And then JoJo's going to be patient, and he's going to get his opportunity to knock down some shots.
Okwukei back into the game as they're going to have to get some scoring. Going to the bench is Odin. And Taylor to the free throw line. His free throw barely grazes the front of the iron. Now Flanagan, he's in go time. Flanagan to take it all the way in. Left-handed layup is no good. And Murphy pulls down the rebound. Flanagan just cannot buy a bucket. JoJo to push it down the other way. And he'll pull it back out. Murphy. Penetrate. Floater. A lot of contact. Blocked by Uniacke. Back to Murphy. Kicks it out to Hamilton. 14 on the shot clock. And you can sense JoJo starting to play a little more confidence now.
Definitely.
Taylor. Back out to Wheeler. 5 on the shot clock. Somebody's going to have to let it fly. Taylor, pump fake. A little 12-footer baseline is an air ball, no good. It'll be a shot clock violation. It'll be San Francisco State basketball.
Great defensive sequence by the Gators there. They really dug in. They needed to stop bad.
Well, and they recognize who the shooter was not.
Yes.
And that's Taylor, so you back away, make him take a 12-foot jumper, and that's not his game. That is the 9th turnover of the game for the Wildcats. Baki to the corner. Bellamy's 3 is going to be an air ball long. And the rebound pulled down by Chico State. Hamilton. Penetrate, gets it to right. Little dipsy-do. Underhand layup off the backboard, off the rim. Too hard, no good. And Flanagan the other way. And he will travel, but no, they're going to call Murphy for the foul before he walked. Flanagan a little out of control there. May have gotten a little bit of a break as Murphy, again, slow to get up. For Murphy, that will be his second team foul. Bellamy and Uniacke out. Paxton and Odin back in.
That was a big miss by Wright there. I thought he could have really just finished.
I think he made that much harder than it needed to be. He tried to make it over athletic instead of just powering up and just going in and making the layup. Baki caught, goes baseline, takes it all the way and lays it in the left hand. Nice athletic move that time by Baki.
Yeah, little mistakes like that can really cost you in tournament play.
Nobody took the baseline. He just took it right to the basket. 47-39. Gators still trail by 8. Murphy, who's got 7 points, 5 of them here in the second half, to Hamilton on the block to Wright, pulls it back out, and he throws it away as Odin gets his hands in the passing lane and gets the steal. Wright seems to be just a little bit of a struggle tonight. Okwukei takes all the way, and he'll be fouled by Wright. He cannot get the left-handed layup to go, but Toby will go line to shoot 2.
This is a rough stretch for Kelvin Wright, missing that layup, then getting blown by, then turnover. He's got to, being a leader on this team, he's got to really pull it back in.
Well, Kelvin Wright, he's the guy who put him on the block and let him go to work.
Yeah, finish the ball. Go get it.
Yeah, but he tried to make too athletic of a move, I thought, that time and missed it.
I'm sure he'll be fine, but right now you got to get through that.
Okwukei makes the first free throw. Toby now with 9.
Gators going to come out with a little pressure here, I think. They're going to try to.
And off the made free throw, if he can make this free throw, it allows you to go into the little full court pressure. He does make both free throws, and here comes the full court press.
Yeah, he wants to speed it up a little bit. Needs to get some buckets in transition.
Murphy and double team. You're going to have to call timeout.
Yep.
They got the double team right inside to Murphy, but Murphy quickly, a non-freshman move experience, calls the timeout. It'll be see if it's a 30-second or a full. It'll be a full timeout. We're going to take a break. 12:25 to go. Wildcats lead the Gators 47-41. We'll be back with more right after.
California, the Golden State, is a place for innovation and excellence. The CCAA exemplifies the Division II gold standard of excellence in the Golden State. Whether in the classroom or on the field of play, excellence is the standard of our 12 member institutions. The CCAA is home to some of the best and brightest student athletes whose achievements speak for themselves. Led by outstanding faculty and coaches, our student athletes receive encouragement and support in their pursuit of excellence. Excellence is not just a goal, it is our way of life. In the CCAA, excellence is always within your reach, no matter where you are. Visit goccaa.org today.
Welcome back to the Fitz, 47-41, Chico State. I want to remind you that following this game at 2:30 today, it will be the 4-5 game as Cal Poly Humboldt and Sonoma State will battle. Mitch McClellan will bring you all the action.
And the Gators got to feel pretty good. I mean, Flanagan's 2 of 9 from the 4, and they're still in this thing.
Well, and the fact that Okwukei's been on the floor, on the bench with 4 fouls now.
And they're still right
and
there.
And they're still, it was 6 points when he got the 4th foul, and it's still 6 points, and that's their goal. Try to keep it 6 points.
This will be interesting right here.
Murphy to Wheeler. Oliver down on the block to right. That's his game. Bucket good.
What a great call by Coach Blink.
You think he wanted to get his guy going?
Out of the
I'm going to run you a play, and I want you to catch it, turn, and score.
Great execution. Hamilton set that big-time cross screen. They dumped it in. I mean, that's a winner play right there. Great finish by Wright.
Murphy will check out, get a little blow as Daniels will check back in. 49-41 Wildcats, 12:02 to go. Winner moves on to play San Marcos tomorrow at noon. The loser, their season is over. That is March basketball. Okwukei penetrates, right-handed layup is good. Boy, he's not only does he get there, Coach, but he just puts enough English on the ball to keep it to roll back in.
Him going left is so brutal. He can get there, and oh, what a play.
And Hamilton throws it away. Okwukei will take it back in, and he will make another layup. How he gets that over that rim, I do not know, but all of a sudden it's a 4-point ball game.
Look at that. Look at him taking in.
And Okwukei's got 14.
I love it. Take it in.
11.5 to go. Oliver going to penetrate, take it in. He will get it off the glass. I tell you what, some tough, high,
here we go,
difficulty level shots here, and it's a 6-point Chico State
That's
game.
a big-time finish right there.
Oliver with 12 off the bench. And you tell these two guys are going to go at it now.
Oh, yeah.
They're Oliver, Gardner, Okwukei. Flanagan to penetrate against Daniels. Nothing there. Gets it out to Paxton, who's checked in. To Odin, he'll penetrate. Swinging around. Okwukei will take it in. He will lose.
Oh!
I thought he lost the ball, and he flipped it off his fingertips over the front of the rim.
Oh, players
He's
make
got
plays.
4 buckets in a row, and it's 51-47.
Let's go.
10:45 to go. Down on the block to right, and he misses the little right-handed hook off the glass too hard, and it'll be San Francisco State basketball. They got what they wanted. He shot it too hard.
Yeah. Toby's taking this game over, Brian. Toby's making
Well,
plays.
you know what? He's picking up. His teammate Okwukei's on the bench with 4 fouls. I mean, if we're going to play again, I got to do it. Seniors, they realize the finality of this. Okwukei is going to go baseline. He's going to be fouled by Wright on the block. And for Wright, that'll be his 3rd personal, 4th-team foul on Chico State.
He has not shot outside of 1 foot, and he is putting so much pressure on them.
He's got 16 of 6 of 9 shooting. Inside to Bakke against Wheeler. He'll spin right side. Back iron no good, and Hamilton battling Toby for the rebound, and Joshua comes down with it. Oliver going to penetrate. He's going to take it. He's going to run over some. No call, and Oliver lays it in. That was a lot of contact one way or the other. Coach Nglima is irate. He thought that was a charge.
That was a great finish, and I thought it was a charge too. It was great.
But Oliver didn't quit on it, and now they're going to get Oliver for the touch foul. But I think Coach Nglima would trade that for the charge on the other end, you think?
Oh, every time. That one does not compensate for the finish.
No. 5th foul on the Wildcats. First on Oliver. Oliver's got 14. Odin down on the block to Okwukei. Blocked that time by Hamilton. And he's going to get called for the foul, I believe. It is going to be on Hamilton. Said he got him on the arm.
That was a nice pass. Good catch. Got up quick on it. This is getting good now. Now we got a basketball game.
Yes, we do. Okwukei goes to the line for 2. He is 4 of 4 from the free throw line. First free throw, good. Gators now 11 of 17 from the free throw line. We talked about them being ahead of Chico State free throws made. They're at +5 now, Coach.
Yeah, they just keep attacking. They find a way to make things happen.
And that's the 6th foul on the Wildcats. So the Gators will be in the bonus the rest of the ballgame. 9:53 to go as that one rattles in and out, no good. And Oliver pulls down the rebound. 53-48 Chico State, 9:48 to go. Vigil going to check back in next dead ball. Oliver still dribbling. and he'll take it up, and he's going to get fouled, and he's going to go to the free throw line.
So Oliver's playing very similar to how San Francisco State's playing. He's attacking them downhill, putting a lot of pressure on them defensively. It's interesting.
And that's where Oliver is so patient, even after he picks up his dribble. And Baki got a little impatient there, I thought. And then instead of just playing good hands-up defense, you got a 7-inch height advantage. He tried to make the block at the end, and he drew the foul.
Without doubt. I mean, I think players tend to do that. I think they try and stop you from shooting instead of making the shot harder.
And so Baki picks up his first personal. That is the 5th team foul. Oliver makes both free throws, and it's 55-48. Chico State extends the lead back to 7. Paxton, Okwukei, Flanagan, Oden, and Baki for the Gators. Vigil, Wright, Murphy, Oliver, and Daniels for the Gators. Shot is missed. Rebound pulled down by Oliver. And Oliver going to be hounded in the backcourt by Flanagan. He gets it to Murphy. Daniels thought about it, thought better of it, especially with Coach standing right behind him.
Yeah. Gators got to dig in right now. They really got to dig in right now.
Got to get a stop, down 7. Oliver's going to penetrate. He's going to take it in. He's going to be blocked that time by Baki. But somehow Wright gets the rebound out to Murphy. His 3 ball's going to be off the back iron, off the standard of the basket, and it'll be Gator basketball.
I thought that one was going in for sure, didn't you?
I thought he rushed it a little bit. I thought he didn't get himself quite set enough.
Okay.
It's like he was shocked he was so open. It's like, boom, I got to shoot this.
Right.
Okwukei out to Oden as Bellamy is going to check back in for San Francisco. Flanagan loses the basketball and ends up in the hands of Vigil. Boy, Jalen's nightmare afternoon continues. Oliver behind the back, and then he gets it stolen by Oden. Both teams turning the ball over, and really a lot of unforced turnovers, and then Murphy's going to get called for the block. And Okwukei is going to go back to the free throw line for 1-1.
The Gators needed that right there. I mean, that was a big sequence.
That's a 3rd personal on Murphy. 7th team foul. Paxton and Flanagan to the bench. But we had wondered when Okwukei was going to come back in. 8.5 minutes. So he left, Coach. Gators are down 6. He comes back in 6 minutes later. They're down 7. So only lost 1 point in the time he was on the bench. First free throw is good.
That's a win for Vince and the Gators right there. To have him come in at the even score, basically.
18 points now for Okwukei. His second free throw is good.
It's still going to be hard for him because he's a physical player. It's hard.
And you have no margin of error now.
Right.
No more gimmies. You only got 1 left. 55-50, Chico State. We talked about San Francisco State being a team that is 10-1 this year in games decided by 6 points or less. You got to believe this one's headed that direction. Wright penetrates, gets it back out to Murphy. His little tough right-handed floater uses some English and gets the roll, and it's back to a 7-point Chico State advantage.
What a tough finish.
Bellamy picks up his dribble, gets it out to Oden. Oden puts it on the deck, cut off by Hamilton. Okwukei takes it in, gets it out to Bellamy, who's hit 2 threes but also shot 3 air balls. Into Oden, his little floater in lane is good. Nice recognition by Bellamy. Good cut by Oden.
Good pass, great pass. So right here, Brian, you got Kelvin Wright going against Etche.
I'm pounding that ball in there every time.
Every time.
Murphy penetrates against Oden, takes it in, and the shot's blocked by Oden. Nice play, freshman on freshman, and the Gators look to run. Okwukei takes it in, then he goes right-handed across the basket, makes the layup, and we've got a 3-point ball game with 7:15 to go.
The finishing by Toby. Oh, my goodness.
Well, you expect him to go left, and he went right. 3-point game, 57-54, 7 minutes to go. Vigil, his long 3 top of the key. Got it.
Wow.
Big shot by the graduate senior, Justin Vigil.
Where did that come from?
And it's a 6-point game, 60-54.
That's where the other coach is going like, yes, no.
Double team comes. Bellamy dribbles out of it. Okwukei hands off to Oden. Oden gets it out to Baki. His 3 ball. Back iron no good. And Kelvin Wright pulls down the rebound. And Okwukei tried to come from behind and pick that. And I was like, oh, man, that is dangerous. Murphy takes it across the timeline. Wildcats look to build on a 6-point lead, 6.5 minutes to go. We have gone a long time without a stop. Both teams looking a little tired right now. Hamilton penetrates against Okwukei, takes it in. Shot no good. And it'll be off of Hamilton, and it'll be Gator basketball. Timeout on the floor. 6:14 to go. We got a good one in the first game of the CCAA tournament. It's Wildcats 60 and the Gators 54.
California, the Golden State, is a place for innovation and excellence. The CCAA exemplifies the Division II gold standard of excellence in the Golden State. Whether in the classroom or on the field of play, excellence is the standard of our 12 member institutions. The CCAA is home to some of the best and brightest student athletes whose achievements speak for themselves. Led by outstanding faculty and coaches, our student athletes receive encouragement and support in their pursuit of excellence. Excellence is not just a goal, it is our way of life. In the CCAA, excellence is always within your reach, no matter where you are. Visit GoCCAA.org today.
The CCAA has partnered with College Avenue Student Loans to help you take the stress out of paying for college by creating a student loan that fits your budget and your goals. Apply in 3 minutes from any device and find out instantly if you're approved. Ready for your loan? collegeave.com/CCAA. Well, Coach, we got 6:14 to go, 6-point ball game. And you and I were talking before. Both coaches working the officials, but I think right now Coach Glima really looking to make sure that when the Wildcats penetrate, especially Murphy, if he is out of control at all and their guy gets that, he wants to get that call to go his way.
Yeah, I think it will. I mean, they've been stepping in all night. They've been trying to get there. It really might turn at some point at the most crucial point. Big possession right here. Big possession coming out of the timeout.
2-possession ball game, 6-point Wildcat lead, 6 minutes to go.
Ooh, a little pinch action, getting the ball in the pinch, run a little two-man game.
Baki gets it, and Murphy gets the steal. He'll take it the other way, and he will score it over Baki. Great play by the freshman of the year. He's got 11, and the Wildcat lead is 8. That was a huge defensive play.
Great play, jumping that lane, reading that set, knowing what's coming at you. Here we go.
That's
again.
a kid that's watched a little film, huh?
Oh, yeah, here we go.
Baki, guarded by Vigil to Bellamy. Bellamy, here comes the double. They get it to Okwukei. He walks, no call. Takes it inside against Wright. Can't get it to go. Vigil battling with Baki. And the loose ball ends up in the hands of Kelvin Wright, and he'll get it to Murphy. Couple of real good defensive possessions that time by Chico State.
Yeah, Chico dug in like Chico of the old right there.
Don't remind me.
I know, they dug in.
Hamilton penetrates, nothing there, swinging around. Daniels back out to Vigil, who walks. And I tell you what, they had 2 wide open threes, and I think they may have overpassed that time.
Oh, I thought Hamilton should have laid it in the basket.
Yeah, and he kicked it
out. Like, as a coach, you need that finish. I mean, that's a 10-point game.
And that's a guy who's a very unselfish player, being almost too unselfish.
Yeah.
So San Francisco State down 8 as we reach the 5-minute mark. We said the Gators 10-1 in games decided by 6 points or less.
Yeah, they need a couple good possessions here, though. They need someone to hit a shot.
Gets it over to Odin. His 3-ball rims in and out, no good. And the rebound pulled down by Daniels. And then Flanagan steals it, and San Francisco State gets another opportunity. The amount of, I will call them, careless turnovers, as their Gators almost throw that one away, ends up in the hands of Flanagan. His 3-ball is going to be back iron, no good, as Wright almost fouled him. Okwukei battles for the rebound, runs over Vigil, and that is 5. Okwukei has fouled out of the game with 4 minutes and 30 seconds to go.
It hurts. That hurts.
Vigil stood in. He took the contact. They said he was out of the restricted area. And Okwukei fouls out. And for Iche, who's had an outstanding year, he finishes with just 6 points and 4 rebounds and only able to play 20 minutes tonight.
And
that's disappointing for him. Now he needs his teammates to pick him up if he's going to get another opportunity to play another game in a Gator uniform.
Yeah.
They trail by 8 with 4:20 to go.
Gators got to come together now. They got to come together, and they got to find a way to stay alive.
And if you're Chico State, now you want to use some clock and get good shots. Screen comes, Hamilton swings it around to Vigil. His 3-ball left corner hits the side of the backboard, no good. and Bellamy pulls down the rebound. Odin going to penetrate. He's going to get a bump foul by Wright, and he'll go to the free throw line to shoot 2.
Okay.
And for Kelvin Wright, that is his 4th personal.
Okay. Gators get the stop they need. Come down, get a quick shot in transition. Right there.
Last media timeout of the afternoon. 3:59 to go. Wildcats lead the Gators 62-54.
We're there to serve, make sure we're creating a fair atmosphere for both teams, upholding the integrity of the game.
I chose to be an official. It's the best decision I've made.
In life, things aren't scripted. Games aren't pre-scripted. You know, I got into officiating because my father was an official. Officiating was part of our family life. It wasn't just the game.
Get to be outside, get to like experience the game. It's so much more fun. You can get a lot out of it.
If you're an athlete, we need people like you and translate those skills to officiating.
It helped me become not only a better official, but a better person.
It happens in every town, in every game.
We never have a perfect game, but the rewards always outweigh the negativities.
And it's just been wonderful.
$3:59 to go. 62-54 Chico State.
It's going to be a good finish out here.
The Gators shooting just 38% from the field, 17% on threes. Chico State 44% from the field, 35% on threes. Coach, we said last 7 games, Wildcats shooting just 24% from behind the arc. They have improved that today. One of the reasons they lead here by 8.
They're taking good shots, though. They're taking open threes. I mean, when Justin Vigil hits those, it really helps you, lifts you up.
So Odin to the free throw line. Odin, 67% free throw shooter. First free throw is good. And with Okwukei out of the game, Odin becomes a really key component for the Gators on both ends of the floor.
Well, he's got great length, so he can defend real well, but he also can shoot the ball, which can stretch it out a little bit.
Odin makes both free throws, and it's a 6-point game. Gators +7 from the free throw line, but they are -15 from behind the arc, and they trail by 6, 3:52 to go. Murphy crosses the timeline.
Big stop right here, sitting down.
Flanagan playing tough D. Uniacke reaches in on Wright. Wright still has his dribble. Flanagan reaches in again, and Odin on the pass from Wright is stolen by Odin, and the Gators get another opportunity, down 6. Flanagan pump fake, gets it to Odin. Screen comes out to Bellamy, and the Gators will set. Plenty of time, just a 2-possession ball game as we go inside 3:20.
High on ball, going to come out hard on
Bellamy, double team comes, swings it to Okwukei. He'll take it inside, kick it out to Flanagan. His step back 3, got it! Jalen Flanagan, who's been quiet all night, buries a big 3, and it's 62-59. Here come the Gators again.
3-point game, big stop, big shot.
1-possession game as we go inside 3 minutes. Hamilton out high, gets it over to Vigil. See if they try to go down inside to Wright against Uniacke. Screen comes on Hamilton. Roll. Wright takes it all the way in and lays it in.
Too easy. Too easy.
That time nobody rolled with the roller.
Yep.
And that time Wright able to get it. Nice pass by Hamilton, and it's 64-59.
Weak side didn't rotate over hard enough. Hamilton, a nice finish.
Those guys have been doing that a long time. Flanagan gets double teamed, has to kick it out. Uniacke over to Odin. To Flanagan, his 3-ball right in Vigil's face, misses it. Uniacke with the rebound. No foul. Shot is an air ball into the hands of Hamilton, and now Inglima's going to get called for a technical.
Oh, that's unfortunate right there.
I think he thought that Uniacke took a lot of contact on that putback.
Yeah, he got hit, it looked like, but yeah, that's unfortunate.
So Hamilton will go to the line to shoot the technicals. Yeah. For Hamilton, he is an 82% free throw shooter, one of the top free throw shooters in the conference, and he knocks down the first one, 65-59.
That's tough. That's a tough sequence right there. You know.
Well, your guy's battling. You feel like he's worked hard to get an opportunity, and you just don't get the call. Hamilton uncharacteristically misses the second free throw. Right. So the Gators catch break. Still just a 2-possession game. 2:09 to go.
you just really want the players to solve it. You know what I mean? You
Yep.
really want the players to figure out a way to win or lose the game, and that's what we're going to stay with.
As we go inside 2 minutes, see how Chico State plays this. If it's a two-man game with Murphy and Vigil, or if they get the ball into Hamilton and go two-man game with Wright. Here comes Vigil to Murphy, looking inside. Odin, a weight disadvantage against Wright. Wright much bigger and stronger than Odin, but Odin playing him tough.
Baki
Murphy
really
got the mismatch on Baki, and Baki did a good job, and the steal came. Looked like Odin poked it away, and Flanagan now going downhill, takes it all the way in. He will be fouled, and the basket counts.
The Gators just answer.
They do not go away.
Oh,
Vigil with the foul, 65-61, and if Flanagan can make this free throw, it's a one-possession game. But give credit to Baki on there. Murphy looked like he had a lane, and Baki bodied him up, did not foul him, and then I think it was Odin reach in and poked it away.
Baki's deceptive. He can really guard. Like, he challenges, he does a great job with it.
Flanagan makes the free throw. He's got 12, and it's back to a one-possession game, 1:35 to go.
Flanagan's really elevated his game down these last 4 minutes. This is making for a good finish.
Wildcats, Murphy out high against Flanagan, gets it to Daniels. Right wing. Wildcats taking a while. They're 10 seconds on the shot clock. They haven't started anything offensively yet. Vigil out there, ball's poked away. Murphy's got to go, 5 on the shot clock. Daniels guarded by Bellamy. He's going to have to step back, 25-footer, back iron no good, and high for the rebound is Odin. He'll be fouled, and if that's on Wright, that's 5.
Wow.
It is on Wright, and he's fouled out of the game.
That's tough. He's fouled out. They're going to the free throw line, 3-point game. We're coming down to it now.
And Odin will go to the line. It still will be 1-1. That was the 9th team foul by Chico State. And so each team has a critical player now out of the game with fouls. Oliver will check back in.
Clint going small ball here. We've got a perimeter. We got 4 guards on the court, and Vigil.
And Vigil, who really is a stretch 4.
Stretch 4.
But right now you want ball handling too.
Yeah, it's not a bad time to have that. But, you know, you got to get a good shot on the offensive end. Oh.
What? Oh, that was, excuse me, they were late to get up. That was actually, that was the 10th team foul on the Wildcats. They had 9 up there for a long time, so 2 shots for Odin that really paid out for the Gators because he missed the first one. Second free throw is good, and it's a 2-point ball game with 1:06 to go. We have talked about how San Francisco State has been so good in tight games this year. Can they do it one more time and keep their season alive? Can the Wildcats find a way to get the win? 65-63, Hamilton penetrates. Nothing there. Out to Murphy, 15 on the shot clock. Guarded by Flanagan.
Okay.
Out to Hamilton, here we go. 10 on the shot clock. The junior from Modesto pulls back and buries the triple.
What a tough shot.
And Flanagan loses the ball, but Baki gets it. Coach Nglima trying to call a timeout, but nobody sees him. Okwukei knocks down the 3 from the corner.
Goodness.
68-66, 32.9 to go. Timeout on the floor. Coach Nglima was trying to get a 30-second timeout, and nobody saw it.
Nobody saw it. Crazy shot by Hamilton. He just said, I'm going to win this game. But then Okwukei just said, no, you're not. They just went head to toe. Jumpers. Woo!
So, Coach, here we go. 32 points. So we got 2.9 seconds shot clock, game clock. San Francisco State is in the penalty, but it is 1-1.
They're going to press.
If they don't get the steal, at what point would you take the foul?
They're going to try and create a turnover here in the front court. If they can't get the turnover, they're going to try and get the ball into somebody's hands and take the foul. They don't want to let it run too long.
So figure within what, 20 seconds?
Yeah.
If you don't steal it by 20, you'll get a 10-second violation.
10 seconds. You're going to try and get a 10-second violation.
Right. If you don't, then you want to foul. So you're going to foul with around 20 seconds to go.
Exactly.
So, Coach, we look at the free throw shooters for the Wildcats. Base 2 was on the floor. Oliver shoots 74%. Hamilton, 82%. Murphy, 74%. Daniels, 67%. And Vigil, 68%.
I'm going Daniels and Vigil.
And I'm going to go, and the reason I would choose Daniels over Vigil, freshman versus fifth-year senior.
Yep, no doubt.
And that's not a knock on Miles. He still shoots 67. He's a great player.
Oh,
but it's experience.
Yeah.
So here we go. Full court pressure by the Gators. They get it into Hamilton. Double team comes. They get it to Daniels, who is able to just get it across the timeline to Murphy. And now Murphy's not a guy you want to foul. They get it out of his hands. to Hamilton. They don't want to foul Hamilton. He's an 82% free throw shooter, but Odin has to take the foul.
Yeah, at that point, though, Brian, you kind of
You have to.
Yeah.
But they had Daniels. They had the guy they wanted with the ball in his hands, and they didn't get the foul.
Yeah. That's a tough situation. You know, you got the good trap. You almost get the turnover. You know, here we go.
18.2 to go. Hamilton the line, shoot 1-1. He is 1 for 2. He missed the last free throw he took.
If you're Coach Klink, this is where you want him.
Makes the first one.
Right, Coach Klink wants Hamilton. He's their leader. He's their guy.
He's got 15. Local kid.
Yep.
Here in Modesto, went to Central Catholic High School, just about 20 minutes from the Fitz. 69-66. This is the big one because this makes it a 2-possession game. Free throw is good. And it's a 4-point ball game, 18.2 to go. Now for your Chico, the one thing you don't want to do is foul.
Right.
Okwukei penetrates. Tabaki, he'll take it all the way in. He will lay it in. 11.3 to go. Timeout, San Francisco State.
That's a great possession by San Francisco to score so quickly, get downhill, not settle for a bad three. They went downhill, scored in 7 seconds, 2-point game. Now they're going to try and trap and foul again.
Well, we're going to keep it here. It's a full timeout, but we'll keep it here. So, Coach, 2-point game. And if you're San Francisco, you can still foul, and it's 1-1. At a point here, a 10-second violation, you'd get the ball, but you only have 1.3 to go. At what point do you take the foul if you're the Gators?
Right away, probably. You want to extend this game. You just don't want Hamilton to get the ball. I'd almost take my inbounder, put him on Hamilton, double Hamilton, make somebody else have to make those free throws.
And it's 1-1, and that's a big deal. Big difference between 1-1 and 2 shots.
You got to extend the game because 11 seconds is too short to not extend it, so you got to foul.
And because Coach Lima out of timeouts, you know, you're going to have to make sure that you get a foul as quickly as possible. Chico State still has 2 timeouts left, so the Wildcats can call a timeout if they can't get the ball in bounds or somebody gets caught. Into Oliver, and he'll be bumped by Flanagan. And Evan Oliver will go to the line to shoot 1-1. 9.5 to go. They got it quick.
Right, that's good foul. I'm sure Evan's a great free throw shooter. He's been in a lot of pressure situations. But, you know, Hamilton just showed he had made 2, so you got to get somebody else out there.
Oliver, 74% free throw shooter. He's got 16 points tonight, 4 of 5 from the free throw line, 1-1. Wildcats completely off the line. First free throw is good. That's important, but this is the big one.
Right, that was clutch right there because now you feel a little more comfortable. Now the question comes down, do you foul if you're up 3?
Well, we're about to see if you can answer that question as Oliver makes the other free throw, and now it's a 2-possession game, and San Francisco State's got to score in a hurry. Flanagan, he'll pull up for a long 3 from the left wing, no good. He gets it back. His next 3 is good. 1.7 seconds to go. Chico's got to get it in bounds. They get it to Oliver, and he will dribble out to up. They're going to call a foul out there. No basket. No basket. The foul is going to be on the floor.
Yeah, there's no way that would have been
that would be NBA continuation.
Yeah, right.
Foul is on Flanagan. That'll be the 10th team foul. Now the question is, how much time was on the clock when the foul occurred? It was more than 0.3, but how much more?
This really helps Coach Glima right now because while they review, he can set up a play.
He gets a free timeout, basically.
Right? He's diagramming what they're going to do.
So 72-71. We'll see. I'm going to guess, Coach, maybe 0.9, 0.8, 0.9 maybe left on that when the foul came.
That's tough. You're not going to be able to get a good shot here. So, you know.
And I guess the other question, if I'm all, it's going to be 2 shots for Oliver.
Right.
The fact that they have no timeouts, 0.7.
Make and miss.
Make and miss is what I'm thinking because there's no way you can grab and turn and throw in 0.7 seconds.
Correct.
Whereas if you make the second free throw, you can throw it, catch, and shoot.
Yes. Throw it the length of the floor, and then you might have a chance. But
you got to hit the rim.
You got to hit the rim. Yeah.
That's the key. So we'll see. Oliver, the first one is moot. The second one is where the strategy comes in. He makes the first one, 73-71. So now decision time for Oliver. Coach's kid.
I know. It's a big guess here. I think he's going to miss it.
I would miss it.
I think he's going to miss it.
I would miss it back iron.
The crazy part, though, is as a coach, you guarantee not losing. But you're not. He's going to make it.
He makes it.
Okay.
And now San Francisco State has a chance to catch and shoot. Baki will throw it the length of the floor. It will be off the hands. No good. And the Chico State Wildcats defeat San Francisco State by a final of 74-71. 71, and they will move on in the CCAA men's basketball tournament to take on San Marcos tomorrow at 12 noon.
That was a good game, Brian. Good basketball game.
Yeah, we'll go ahead and we'll have our player of the game interview here in just a second, as we're going to talk to the guy who made the last 2 free throws and had 20 points on the night. I may just let the two of you talk. I'll just get out of the way, as Evan Oliver will be our player of the game, and he will be our interviewer. They're going to do the little move along. But okay, Coach, a great year, though a disappointing finish for San Francisco State.
Yeah, the CCA has been so close the whole year. So, your 2, your 3, 6 seed, it's not really separated by that much.
As we're getting Evan Oliver over here, we're going to turn around and give him the headset here and get this going. So we'll get Evan, go ahead and get set. We're going to turn around, Evan. We're going to go this way. Go ahead and put the headset on, Evan. Go ahead and put it right close to your mouth, and we'll get going here.
Brian, where you want me?
Right here, Coach. Okay. We're gonna talk and go at the same time as our Coach. We got to get all the visual things going. Evan, come on. Evan,
goodness.
First of all, congratulations.
Appreciate it.
You were the key matchup of the game.
Appreciate it.
He sent me a scout last night. And he's like, he put the key matchup, and I was like, I know that kid.
It was you and Flanagan, and you outplayed him, and you guys both played really well. So, Evan, first of all, congratulations on your victory tonight. Talk to us a little bit about playing a team who's beaten you twice and what it takes to get over the hump and get that victory here today.
I love playing teams 3 times. It's so hard in this league to beat a good team 3 times, and it's almost like you have an advantage once they beat you twice, because your team's going to be really hungry, come out and play as hard as they can, and that's what we did. So, yeah.
Hey, I thought, your finishing in the first half was outstanding. You were taking it strong to basket, putting a lot of pressure on them. Was that something you wanted to do?
Yeah, that's something. I haven't been shooting the ball too well as of late, so I wanted to really get downhill and just get to the basket, get to the free throw line, and get in the rhythm that way.
Well, it really worked. I mean, you got to the foul line, you made a couple plays. It really helped because, JoJo wasn't scoring in the first half, and you were able to really build that lead and make plays, and it was great.
Yeah, with a lot of teams are doing their whole game plan around JoJo, so it makes the game a lot easier for us surrounding guards, just getting downhill, and he's doing a great job handling the double team.
So, Evan, describe me what your success against San Francisco State now. You're averaging nearly 20 points a game in the 3 games. You had 20 here tonight. What is it about the way they play? Because they're so good defensively.
I don't know. I just seems to catch them on the right night, so I don't know what else. It's easy to get. I think over-the-top penetration is a huge thing for them, so that's what we continuously exploit. So
now we had a question. Coach and I were debating on that last free throw. You're up 2. There's only 0.7 to go. Did you think at all about missing it?
Yeah, I did. I actually had Josh Hamilton in my ear yelling at me to miss it, and then Klink telling me to make it. So I'm just going to go.
So you chose with the coach over the player. Good decision.
I said, coach's son's going to miss it.
Yeah.
Last question, Evan, because I know we got to let you go. You guys play San Marcos. All right, you guys beat them at home, lost to them down there. What is it going to take for you guys to get that next step and get yourself in the CCA tournament championship game?
Just a 40-minute defensive effort. They're a good team, but I think we match up with them pretty well. They play to our strengths, both smaller, guard-heavy teams, so it'll be an exciting matchup.
Well, Evan, thank you so much for joining us. Congratulations.
Thank you. Really proud of you.
We'll see you tomorrow afternoon.
Yeah.
That's Evan Oliver, our player of the game. Well, before we sign off, Coach, some final comments here. We're going to give you some final stats here real quick before we sign off. For the Chico State Wildcats, they end up shooting 46% from the field, 26 of 57, 7 of 19 from behind the arc, 15 of 18 from the free throw line. Leading scorer was Evan Oliver. He had 20 points on 6 of 11 shooting, 8 of 9 from the free throw line. 16 points for Josh Hamilton, including a huge 3 late in the ballgame, and 11 points for JoJo Murphy. For the San Francisco State Gators, they shoot 41% from the field, just 26% on threes. And that was a big aspect. They just could not knock down the 3 ball here tonight. And 68% from the free throw line. They missed 8 free throws. And that stuff, when you don't make threes and you miss free throws, makes it tough. For the Gators, they were led in scoring by Toby Okwukei, as he had 24 points on 8 of 12 shooting, 15 for Jalen Flanagan, but he shot just 5 of 15, 9 for C.J. Bellamy. And Iche Okwukei, the second-team all-conference player, leading scorer, had just 6 points, 4 turnovers and played just 20 minutes. He fouled out. And really, Coach, I thought that was one of the huge keys to the game, the fact that the Gators did not have their best player for half of the ball game.
Well, he just impacts the game in so many ways. He impacts it on the glass. He can finish around the basket. He's one of your best defenders. I mean, he's a leader. It's a testament to the San Francisco State Gators that they were even that close without him playing a full game. I always hate that when a young man is so great and he sees his last run at it and he can't get out there to finish it up.
Coach, you talked about the player matchup, Oliver and Flanagan. Oliver won the matchup. Chico won the game. The other thing we looked at, we didn't get a chance to, field goal percentage. When San Francisco State outshoots their opponents, they're 14-1 today. They did not. And they fall to 2-12 in games in which they don't.
There you go.
And so a tough loss for the Gators, a huge win for Chico State. And, Coach, we talked about a team that has tournament pedigree, which the Wildcats do. Not only do you have to beat the guy wearing the jersey, sometimes you got to beat the jersey itself.
Oh, yeah. So at this point in the year, you're not just playing, Evan Oliver, JoJo Murphy, Miles Daniels.
We can start listing names.
You're playing that history. And that history of all those Wildcats from before, they help motivate. It's like a sixth man.
Yes, they do. And this is not Greg Klink's first rodeo by any means.
Right.
So the Gators finished the year at 16-13, a great year for Coach Nglima. For the Wildcats, they improved to 13-15. Coach, if they can get to 15-15, they're punching themselves a ticket to the NCAA tournament. They're 2 wins away.
I think they're just worried about San Marcos.
Well, you got to get there. But you got to get there.
Right.
So, Coach, first of all, thank you so much. Some final thoughts before we sign off.
CCA is a great conference, great players, and all these teams do it differently. Some build from the youth up, some bring the transfer portal, some are junior college built. But we have outstanding coaches and outstanding young student athletes. And these guys really, really, really played their hearts out tonight.
And I tell you, if this game is any indication of what's to come the next 3 days here, we are in for a treat. There's going to be some outstanding basketball.
Oh, without a doubt. I'm just lucky I live 0.5 miles away.
Well, it's a little further than me, but I will be back later tonight. Coach, thank you so much for your time today. That was a blast. I think we're going to do it again tomorrow.
Yeah, we're on tomorrow.
And then we're going to take a break. Stay tuned for Mitch McClellan. He'll be back on the air at 2:30 as the Sonoma State Seawolves will take on the Cal Poly Humboldt Lumberjacks, followed by L.A. and Sonoma on the women's side. I'll be back at 8 o'clock tonight as Cal Poly Pomona and Chico State women's basketball teams wrap up the final game of the first day of the CCAA tournament. Thank you so much for everybody for watching. For Coach Paul Trevor, my name's Brian Nelson saying have a wonderful afternoon. The final score, Chico State 74, San Francisco State 71.